Meet the mutualists, insects, plants, and soil microbes. Brought to you by the Rafferty Lab. We're made up of dozens of undergraduate students, 4 wonderful PhD students, 2 terrific postdocs, and our amazing leader, Dr. Nicole Rafferty.
In nature, a mutualism is an interaction between 2 different species in which both species benefit. Insects are involved in one of the most important mutualisms on Earth, pollination. Insects like bees, butterflies, flies, and moths collect and feed on pollen, nectar, and other resources from plants. In doing so, they transfer pollen between flowers and between plants, which allows the plants to make seeds and reproduce. This also produces many of the fruits that we eat. In the Rafferty Lab, we study this mutualism and others, like the interactions between plants and below-ground microbes, like bacteria and fungi. We examine how these interactions benefit insects and how they may currently be changing.
Hi, my name's Elijah and I'm a member of the Rafferty Lab at the University of California, Riverside, and I study bees along elevational gradients. An elevational gradient means that I study bees all the way from down at the valley floor in Coachella Valley, all the way up to the very top of Toro Peak in the San Jacinto Mountains. There are over 1,600 species of bees in California alone, which means that the kind of bee at the bottom of the valley near Palm Desert is not the same kind of bee that's going to be up at the top of Toro Peak. While honeybees nest in large colonies, most species of bees in California are solitary, meaning that only one bee lives in a nest. This bee is just starting her nest, but some bees make nests that are as deep as 10 feet underground. Bees also make nests in soil, living trees, and dead wood as well.
Hi, my name is Natasha, and today I will show you how to sample insect with the hand net. First of all, we have to find a flower, like this one. Then we have to be quick enough to catch it. And now that we have it, we can transfer it via.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris, and I'm a graduate student in the Rafferty Lab. So you may know that during the day, insects like bees, butterflies, flies, and vertebrates like hummingbirds pollinate flowers. But what about during the night? It turns out that many flowers stay open during both the day and the night, and other flowers only open at nighttime. So you may ask, what creatures are pollinating these flowers at night? And some of you may be familiar with one of them, bats. Bats pollinate many of the large, night-blooming flowers on cacti in the desert. But it turns out that a very special group of insects, moths, are the main pollinators at nighttime. In my research, I study nocturnal pollination by moths. In the first step, I catch moths with light traps like these. Next, I identify the moths. Riverside County is home to many beautiful moths, and you can see that a lot of moths are not the dull gray moths that you may be used to, but instead come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. Next, I identify the pollen that the moths are carrying on their bodies in order to determine which plants they are interacting with. As you can see, the moths are carrying a lot of pollen on their proboscis and other parts of their body. Some moth pollinated plants that are native to California include morning glories, wild tobaccos, 4 o'clocks, Jimson weed, evening primrose, and charismatic yucca species. One way you can help preserve the important interactions between moths and these plants that they pollinate is turning off unnecessary lights outside. Moths are attracted to artificial lights, and when they stay at the lights, they're not out there performing their important pollination functions. So from me and the moths, thank you very much.
Now that you've learned about the above ground mutualism pollination, let's talk about what goes on below ground. Underground, thousands of microbes such as fungi and bacteria form mutualisms with plants. These microbes help plants pick up water and nutrients. This helps plants grow bigger and make more flowers. In return, plants give microbes sugars. Because the plants are able to produce more flowers with the help of their microbe friends, they also attract more pollinators. This lets the plant produce more fruits and more seeds to go forward and become more baby plants. Our research focuses on what might happen to plants and their pollinators if plants lose these important below-ground microbes. So next time you go outside, think not just about the mutualisms that are going on above ground, but also about the important ones that help all other types of mutualisms above ground. That's the end. Thanks very much for watching.